back to my channel, and if you're new here, hello, welcome. Long time no see to returning subscribers. I am so sorry. Every single time I film a video I'm like, it's gonna get better, like I'll try harder, I'll film more, but life is hectic and work has been so incredibly busy, and I've been training, which has been amazing, and I'm going to tell you about it. And yeah, I've had a lot on lately, and I've just been so consumed for time. And when I make a video, I don't know if I'm just terrible at it, but it takes me such a long time to like set everything up and film it and edit it. And it's just because I want it to be good. Like I don't want to just like film something rubbish and then just chuck it up. With all the outtakes of me like coughing and sniffing and sweating, and it's disgusting. So yeah, I like to make them really perfect, and it does take me a while, and it's like a day job, like it takes a whole day, and I don't have a whole day. But I have found, it's my Friday afternoon, I'm not going out tonight, I am filming my YouTube, I'm spending the night with you. I wanted to basically do a video updating you guys on my training because that's the main thing, and yeah, I'm gonna jump right into it because I'm just talking now. And this is why I don't do YouTube that much, because I don't shut up. But yeah, so basically this is the third installment in the Wrestling Diaries. It's covering April and May. And yeah, I'm going to tell you guys about what I've learned, some of the stuff that I've struggled with, some of the stuff that I'm finding really fun and easy. But yeah, no, I'm basically going to tell you guys all about it. I got a couple of questions on Insta too, so I will answer them as best I can. And of course, as always, I will include any clips of my training. Just a quick note, this time round there isn't going to be as... Am I recording? Am I actually recording? I'd love to know. I had like a minor mental breakdown because I thought it wasn't recording, but it is, we're good, we're going, we're rolling. So yeah, a quick note, there aren't going to be quite as many clips this week, and the reason for that is because it's actually pretty exciting, but it's just like you're going to have to wait, and good things come to those who wait. But Hustle, the school that I train at, they're making a website, and on that website they're going to do a little feature on a beginner, and it's just about my journey and the things I'm learning, and it's actually really interesting because we've kind of filmed like majority of, so me learning a particular move or a particular sequence, and you see the progress from start to finish, hopefully the improvement. Of course, when that's out, I will share it on my social media because it's going to give you even more of an insight into my training. Those videos will be included in like future Wrestling Diaries, and I'll post them on Insta and stuff. I just don't have them yet because it's not ready yet. I have got a couple of things though, so of course I'll put that in at the end, and you guys can have a little look and let me know what you think. So yeah, going all the way back to April, because it is now June. Going all the way back to April was really cool. Obviously I was at WrestleMania for the first week, and then I went to see my family in Newcastle, so I missed sort of 2 weeks, which was really frustrating because I don't like missing it. More so just because you get into the swing of it and you're on like a roll, and then when you have like a bit of time off, it's like... But yeah, it was actually fine when I went back, and it was surprisingly okay. I was worried I would be like, I don't know, I don't want to say rusty because it's not like I was a pro before, but I was worried I would lose how comfortable I was in the ring, but it was fine. I was really excited to go back, especially after WrestleMania, because obviously there's nothing more motivating than watching WrestleMania, is there? I mean, we did the stuff that we would always do, and we always do it every week, and it's just kind of like warming up, drills, always working on being comfortable in the ring, you know, just consolidating things that we've already learned, the fundamentals, because that is the most important thing. So yeah, we're just maintaining that and working on that every week. And then some of my little personal highlights I'm going to tell you about. So one of the sessions towards the end we got to do German suplexes, which was so fun. I really enjoyed doing that once I got it. It was really cool. And that was one of the things as well, like at first I couldn't quite get it, like, you know, it took me a couple of tries, and then once I did it I was like, oh my god. And we did other variations of suplexes as the month went on. It's definitely cool to try them out and to see which ones suited you and where your strong points and your weak points were. And there are certain elements that like I struggle with, and there are certain elements that I find really I take to it really well. So with some of these, I found it a little bit more of a struggle, and I actually like that because when I got it, because I wasn't going to stop till I did, it was really nice because it's like I just worked really hard to get there, and it was rewarding to be like, once you put your mind to something you can do it, you just have to practice. We did a ton of stuff. We did like sidewalk slams, back body drops, which is like flying by the way guys. We did super kicks, which was really cool. Like I said before, just working on the fundamentals, working on bumps, just constantly getting that in your head, getting the form right, perfecting it, making sure it's safe, making sure you're protecting your partner when you do moves together, just everything like that, just every week hammering it in and just making sure that that is safe. And I really find as well, when you have, as the weeks have gone on and I've become more confident with those fundamentals, it makes learning moves and all those other little fun bits much easier because you're confident in your just like base in the ring. Okay, I'm trying to think, it's like May. I remember the first week of May we did the international. I haven't really done the international in a while. I obviously where I was trained, my TV just turned on and turned off. What? I feel like someone's on my TV. Are they just, is my TV just playing on its own? I want to turn the camera around but I don't want to lose the positioning, but this is like, what's going on? How can I turn this off? Stop! Ah! It would be as I'm filming a YouTube video that I have to crawl across the room to find a remote to turn off my TV because someone is controlling it. Where I trained last year for, I think I trained for 2 months, we did the international quite a lot. But it's a tricky one. I mean, once you get it, you get it. But it's a lot to learn. So I haven't really done it since then. I did it briefly at a seminar and it was okay, but I wasn't massively confident in it. I got some really helpful tips then, so that was good. And then yeah, we did it in May and we really focused on it for the session. Like we really put a lot of time into it, and what we did, and I think this is a really good way, at least for me, to learn, is to break things down. So you might be able to do the move, but when you have to do 5 or 6 moves in a row or whatever, you know, and you're adding like running the ropes in and things like that, it becomes a bit overwhelming, I guess. And I think for me at least, the best way to kind of to learn it is to do like block by block. So the first bit, and then add the second bit on and do them both together, and then the third bit on and do them both together. And also just learning the psychology behind each move, why you're doing it. And that makes a lot of sense, because otherwise you're just doing in a ring for no reason. So it makes sense when you put a bit of thought process behind it, and it gives reasoning for each move, and it makes a lot more sense in your head, and the audience will understand it more. So yeah, that was really cool to do. I was really glad that we revisited it. There were around 6 of us doing it, and like from the start of the session to the end, in everyone there was such improvement, because you watch other people do it and seeing like everyone improve. It was really cool to see, and yeah, I really enjoyed that session. I can remember that one really well, because it was really cool to do it piece by piece and then like put it together at the end. So it was really cool. In a similar way, like especially on the midweek sessions in May, I remember we did a lot of sequences to just, because that's what I said like I wanted to work on, was putting moves together, because it's one thing to like know a move and it's another thing to do a series of moves in a row, and just working on the psychology behind it and working on putting things together and it being fluid and just reducing footwork and making sure it's nice and neat and there's no energy wasted, and just a lot of, I guess, maybe more advanced things, which is obviously awesome to learn, because it's like, oh, I'm on the next sort of step now, to where I was sort of 2 months ago. It's really been, like I said, sort of, you've learned like the fundamental and the beginner's bit, and then it's now about making it advanced and building on it. And like things that we've learned, like the full Nelson or like a wrist lock or whatever, like holds, just where can we take this? How do we reverse this? Doing a sequence with it, just, it's really nice. It's really nice to build on things. It's once you've got it, now I can build on it. So it's been nice now as the months are going on to be able to do that, and you can see the progress, and it's nice. Oh, a really fun thing that we did. So usually at the end of a midweek session, we always spend a little bit of time on something that we want to do. I mean, they always take into account your opinion and things that you want to work on, but sometimes people have like certain moves they want to do or certain things they want to try. And one of the things someone wanted to try was getting clotheslined out of the ring, and I do have the video, so you guys can watch me like go out of the ring. And I was a little bit nervous because I was like, how do you not just like fall back onto your head, and you know what I mean? Like, 'cause it's a bit daunting when you're like looking at it. But I'm really glad that I did it, and like my coach pushed me to do it, 'cause like, I know you can do it, it'll be fine, and it was really fun. And once you get it, it's really reassuring, because it's like, yeah, I did that, and it like builds your confidence. So that was a lot of fun. I was doing like tag matches to finish, which, although it's like a fun thing to do, like, oh, let's do a fun tag match, it's actually good because it gives you that time in the ring where you have to call it, and you have to think, and you have to use your initiative and work like on the spot. Like it's not like they've told you you're doing this, this, this and this. You actually have to think, what do I know? And take your time and really get comfortable being in there, because, you know, I mean, I still sometimes do it, but when I first did them, I used to like rush so much, and it was so skittery because you're like panicking, you feel under pressure, and like it's about like controlling it. And I don't know, they're a lot of fun for one part, but it's also just, it's good practice just to be in the ring and work on your timing and work on your facials and work on just the structure of it. And yeah, I'm really enjoying them. I'm glad that I can do them. I feel confident to do them, so that's really cool. Oh, I sound like such a nerd. One more thing that I feel like I have to mention, even though it's not to do with wrestling training per se, it is to do with wrestling. I had the opportunity to ring announce for Hustle's show. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably would have seen. That was fun for me, and it was easier than last time. I wasn't as nervous before. Once you're out there, it's fine. Like the first time, the minute I was in the ring, fine. But there's that bit before where you're like, you know, and like this time I wasn't as nervous, maybe because I'd done it before and, you know, I knew it's fine. But yeah, it was really fun to do it again, and it was a really cool opportunity, and I'm glad that I got to do it because it's just building up other skills and just getting used to being in front of a crowd. Daniel Ellis said, do you have a ring name picked out yet? No, I don't have a ring name picked out yet. I was talking about it with my friend the other day actually, and we were like testing out different names, but I've not found anything that sticks quite yet. Nick Wells asked, when are you thinking you'll have your first match? Any idea for a finishing move yet? I still haven't got a finishing move. We're trying things, we're learning new moves every week, so we'll see if something sticks out to me. And my first match, as in like the first match that I wrestled publicly, I am not sure. I just want to make sure that I'm really good. I know obviously you're always learning, and the best way to learn is to do it. But we do it in training, we do training matches, and in terms of doing like my debut, I want to make sure that everything's really sound, like every aspect of it, because I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and I just want to make sure that it's as good as it can be. So yeah, I'm not sure, but I'll definitely tell you when I do. Gustavo asked, if you make it to WWE, which women's wrestler would you like to face in your debut match? Said it before, I will say it again, I am not picky. I will fight anyone, please. Amiga Bucks asked, how often is your training? Do you go many days a week? I want to go to training, but I'm worried it will interfere with other things. So I train twice a week. I train for 2.5 hours on Thursday and 3.5 hours on Saturday. If you want to start training, definitely do it. Just do it. You know, it's the best thing you'll ever do. I can't tell you how much happier I am that I'm training now. Like, compared to this time last year, I just feel like A, it's something to look forward to, and B, I just feel like I've got so much more purpose, and I love it so much. So to actually be doing it, or trying to do it, is so fulfilling. I don't want to sound really cheesy and be really corny and weird, but yeah, if you want to do it and you like it, it doesn't matter what it interferes with, like, you have to do it. Like, it's the best thing you'll do. And I mean, personally, it's about prioritizing. So for me, wrestling is my priority, so I'm always going to make sure that training is the number one. And yeah, I mean, I guess it does interfere a little bit. If I wasn't training, I'd probably have more time to do YouTube, but training's like my future, so that's going to take priority. It's just about managing your time and figuring out what's important. You know, maybe if you can't go to as many classes as possible, just at least try to go to one every few weeks. Just try and do something and dip your toes in a bit, and it will take over. But that's a good thing, we want us to take over. So that's it for the questions, short and sweet. If you have any, of course, comment them below, or just drop them on my Insta or my Twitter, and I'll save them for next time. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, and I'm probably going to say this every single time, thank you for watching this video, thank you for watching my Instas, thank you for commenting or following or subscribing. I know people might think, oh, it's just social media and it's a bit naff, but for me it's so important to have this group of people supporting me and constantly commenting and lifting me up and reassuring me and giving me advice. You know, it's not just about being like, oh yeah, you know, like, people give me advice and constructive criticism, and I really appreciate that, and I'm really grateful that I have that, and I'm really grateful I have people that care, because even in hard times, it's just so lovely to have that. Social media definitely has its flaws and can be very consuming and negative at times, and it's definitely always good to have a break and then have times out, and I'm like that. I don't let it take over my life. I put my phone away quite a lot, but when I post a wrestling video and I've got at least like 100 people commenting and supporting me and are interested and invested, you can't match that. That's amazing. So yeah, I just want to say thank you, and I'm gonna stop being cheesy next video because I've been really like corny in this video. But yeah, I just think it's important to let you know that I am really, really grateful for that, and it doesn't go unnoticed. So thank you very much for all the comments and the likes and the views and just the investment, because I really do appreciate it. I will try and post more, and I'm just going to find the time and get it done for you guys, because it's been fun. It's been fun today. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Give it a thumbs up, please. And subscribe, and I will see you next time.